if I ask you a question, how much money have we spent in digital transformation in last 2 years period of time? Let me repeat again. How much money have we spent in industry in digital transformation in last 2 years period of time? I know there's a lot of smarty and very experienced people among you, so you can definitely get some really good numbers to say that. What kind of number can make sense? And I also know that among you, there are two types of audience here. One type's audience, you are the purchaser of the solutions. You are buying the solution and doing the transformation for your company. That's one group. There's another group who are providing the solutions to helping the company to do the transformation to happen. So in this today, what I'm going to share in this keynote is particularly a matter. So last 2 years period of time, we did a lot of digital transformation in Vietnam. A lot of companies spend a lot of money, and you may have some, you know your number, what money you spend when you're doing a digital transformation. So we conducted a research among 85 companies about the digital transformation habit. So we will learn how those 85 companies and what kind of behavior, what kind of actions, what kind of thought process they really run to spend their money in digital transformation. Of course, cloud was a part of the digital transformation too, and that's why I'm speaking this thing in this. So the after outcome of this, my goal of today's keynote is actually give you an insight for you to understand why some group of organizations have a high return of investment of their digital transformation. What is the behavior, actions, and thought process they put in place, the cost behavior. So among you who are going to who are doing the digital transformation in your organization can use some of the thought process they have done. And among you who are providing the digital transformation solution for other companies, you also know how to talk to your potential clients or partner and so on. So let's get started. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
So let's give a big hand to these student leaders to bring the training to you. Why don't you give a big hand to them? 85 companies. So it's quite a big research. I'm sure that the chairman will scold at me if I keep going really long. So I'm trying my best to hold it off in 20 minutes and try to highlight a part of the research and help you to give you some insights. What's happening in cost burden in Vietnam for the last 2 years in digital transformation. So first, as we talk about research, let's talk about the sample data. What kind of organization was a part of this research? So you can tap into what kind of organization you are. If you are belong to what type of category you are, if you are doing the transformation for your own company. And the same, if you're a solution provider, you can understand that to who you are talking about and what is their behavior as well too. So, in a nutshell, among all the 85 companies, 45 of them are corporate. So they have more than 1,000 employees at least. So 1,000 to 10,000, or maximum employee even has like 10,000 employees too. The second one is about SME, so they are like 40%. They have 200 to 500 people, 200 to 900 people, which is not really startup. It's already standalone and doing something great work. And the last one is about the startup. So we pick up some startup as well too, which is 15%, which is like what a small, less than 100 or less than basically 200. 75 to 200. So it's just not like solopreneur going on. It's a bit of teams, and there's quite a good attraction too. So that's what we do on. So this is how we take on these organizations to how they are working on. So now, what is the ROI of the digital transformation? ROI stands for, I'm sure that many of you would already know, but I just wanted to do it very, very easy to understand, return of investment. the money we're putting in digital transformation, how it is coming back to our organization by multiplying or coming back. So we asked these companies that, hey, how much do you realize, have you or realized or understanding or going to get the return of investment of all the money you're putting on in digital transformation? And we got a very interesting answer. So among them, 20% said this one, yes, I'm seeing the good ROI. 45% say, I don't know. That's a really interesting answer for us when we get it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. And 15% was very certain, no, we're not getting it. Which is kind of shocking because I was expecting something 50% to say yes with confidence, but the number was small. So we got an assumption like that, is there a lot of people just doing it digital transformation because their competitor is doing it, their boss wants them to do it, and that's how they just want to get it going? Is it the case? But we put it aside, we continue. So if you look into these two groups, basically, I want to break it down to two groups. So basically, when you look into these two groups, 80% fall inside maybe, I don't know, and no. And 20% is yes, which is a big gap. This is like 80-20 rules, kind of like Pareto rules, right? You could say that one that way too, but it sounds like interestingly that number, big amount. So then we decide to dig a little more deeper. We want to know that, okay, actually, how they really spend money, where the money goes, where they have spent all the budget of digital transformation, and how. So now, what we did, so we look at the 80%. I'm sure that many of you already know the Charles Munger. He has a formula, it's this one. Figure out what doesn't work, and then never do it. And do just absolutely opposite into it. And in my personal life, I found that this works like a charm. Figure out what doesn't work and just never do it, and then always do the opposite. It will bring you a better result. So this is what they have done. I will be going to some behavior of that 80% who are getting the low ROI or no ROI. So they 35% of their budget, annual budget was like $500,000, 30% was around $1 million, and 25% had $1 million plus budget, annual budget for digital transformation. So then we thought about that, okay, this amount of budget is there, how many people actually working on that from the organization? Dedicated leadership. We're not talking about developers or coding, basically technician. I'm talking about how many leadership type people dedicatedly working on those initiatives. And we found a very interesting number, which I'm going to reveal with you. Dedicated team involved, dedicated team involved for the 35%, which is lower budget, they have invested more people in average. Just I want to share with you that one, like, they had a tendency to use like 5% of him, 10% of him, 15% of him, and put it together to a team. It's like cutting your leg, another person cutting the head, another person cutting the leg. It sounds very good when it comes to mathematicians, but it doesn't really work in a business perspective because you need to be very strategic and you need to be very, very adaptable with the different change behavior. So this amount of people, we saw this one, like the person who spent most, they put like only 3 people in average, and the companies who spend like almost $1 million, they spend like the lowest amount of people into their projects to really driving it forward. So that was looking quite scary for us to figure out that how does it work. You know your numbers. When you're doing the transformation, you know how many people you have. But this is what is the behavior of 80% who are not realizing the ROI. So now you can correct what number you should put to do the digital transformation properly, do the right ROI. She is signaling me 5 minutes. Let me just speed up a little bit. So now, another thing we saw this one, that where to spend the money, where all the money they spend. They spend 90% of the money in technologies 3% in change management, 3% in project management, and 2% is culture and trainings. 90%. Oh, that's such a cool technology. It's gonna kill everything. Let's bring it on. How much it costs? $1 million. How much you budget? $1 million. Done. Every budget just to spend just to get the technology into the company. And there is no spending budget and action plan to actually realize the technology. That's the issue. I'm going to go to the 20%, what they have done. I'll be sharing with you as well too, later on this slide. Okay, so now the 20%, what they have done, they spend only 60% on just on technology. Almost like 25% lower on technology, and spend 10% on change management, 10% on project management, and 12% is culture and training. Which is a huge gap. And they're just spending money because they have to spend the money and just looking for all the cool technologies, this 80%. And they're not looking to just getting cool technology on board. They're tracking how to use that one in the best possible way, or how to depreciate it in the right way so it has the right ROI of the system. So now, let's talk about the impacts. I'm going to go through very fast about the impacts as well too. So, what is technology? What do we put money in the business? How it come back to us? That is the clear difference between the technologies. In the business, that's what we want. If we put money, we want money back with some plus options. So now, the few criteria I want to focus about. Number one is our new customer acquisition rate, new customer acquisition cost, customer retention cost, operation cost, and the last one, new product launches. Let's go really fast. So I will make a group between 80% and 20%. I will show you how they have gained the impacts of digital transformation. So first of all, new customer acquisition, 80% got 20% increase. They had 10%. In terms of the new customer acquisition cost, they increased by 15% and 20% increased by 5%. Here's the point. They increase because a technology is not for all and forever. Normally it goes scrapped in every 5 to 7 years of time. So when the money is gone on a technology, so that needs to be depreciated in 3, 5, 6 years based on the CFO's regulation. But end of the day, it's a cost acquiring new customers. That's why it's increased, because they spend more money on technology. Number 3, customer retention cost. Reduced by 5%, they reduced by 15%. 80% reduce the operation cost by 5%, and they reduced by 20%. New product launches. Whoa, we got new technology. Let's launch some new products and services for our clients or internals. So here's the one. Average, they launch 7 products or services, and they only launch 4. So that means they did not focus more on launching, but they really focus more how to really monetize it or how to really appreciate it on their investment. That's a big difference. And remember, that's the number. This 30%, that's what they did. 12% on culture and training, 10% on project management, 10% on cultural change management, 16% only in technology. So again, I'm sure that this long line you have heard it again and again. Digital transformation is not about buying coolest technology. Digital transformation is about how to transform your business so you have a better ROI. Means return of investment. I want to share with you one last advice. If you do a great transformation and the right investment, it's not only good for your business, but also actually great for your people. So a successful business transformation could bring the job satisfaction level from 4 to 8.5. So do good for your people, guys. Do the right investment so you can expand your people, you can motivate them, and they can bring a great impact for your business to make your company more successful. So I'm here all morning. I'm sitting upstairs here. Come over, have a talk to me. I'm happy to talk to you. My details are here. I'm in social media, every platform. Connect me in LinkedIn and YouTube. I'm looking forward to have a conversation. See you guys. See you soon.